Hey, what is up? You know, it's getting a little chilly outside. Winter's coming, apparently. This is something that happens to me every year. I mean, just without fail. I notice that I start doing a lot more like close-up and still life work. Why? Probably because I'm indoors more. The sky's darker. It's not like there's a lot of beautiful light out there. You know, it gets colder. It's hard to get people to go outside in the cold and pose for me. So I end up taking a lot more pictures indoors of just objects, things that I find around the house, things that I think are interesting. I don't know, I enjoy it. I thought that might be a good topic to cover today. Still life and close-up photography, things that you find around the house. I want to talk about things like how to use flash creatively and give you some tips on how to get the best results. All right, I got a lot of my stuff set up over here, ready to go, and I'm gonna just kind of poke around the house to see if I can find some interesting little objects to take pictures of. I mean, man, when you've got nothing else going on and you want to do some photography, you can make some art out of the objects around your house. So let's go ahead and get started. I actually prefer window light for still life shots. It's just easier to work with because all you have to do is place an object on a table like this and orient it to the light so that it looks good. Now, tripod's going to help keep the camera steady when you're using slower shutter speeds. And I like to use manual focusing because the depth of field can be pretty tight when you're this close and you're using those pleasing wide apertures. I'm zooming in on a live preview here to find the focus that I want. If you use flash, you can get away with faster shutter speeds and a low ISO setting. And I like to use a mini softbox like this and connect the flash with a dedicated sync cord so I can use TTL for automatic flash control. My camera is still in manual mode and I just direct the flash to light the object from various angles to get a variety of looks. I'm doing the same thing for some shots of my Yashica Electro. Just for fun, I'm gonna reverse this lens and grab some macro shots. Now I'm going to take a few shots of this fancy Patriotic Pin. At this point, I'm not getting enough of the object in focus, so I'm adjusting my aperture to get a wider depth of field. And I'm just checking here to see if everything looks right on the preview screen. Even with a lens that doesn't technically do macro, you can always crop the image to get a macro look after the fact. But again, for fun, I'm going to attempt a few reverse lens macro shots. For this last shot, I'm going to grab a few things from my desk, including the fake poison bottle that I used for a recent music video. That footage actually never made it in the video, but I did keep the bottle. I'm not using window light or the flash for this. I'm actually using my hot lights, the lights I use for my video work. With movable constant light, you can adjust the effect of the light on the still life in real time. And when you see what you like, just place the light in that position for your shots. Again, a tripod is a really good idea when you're not using flash because you'll be dealing with slower shutter speeds and you'll want to avoid blur from camera shake. I decided to add a second light to see what that would look like. And I just played with different lighting positions using one light or both lights. And I also moved the objects around for different looks. Here's the last shot at a different angle, and this one I kind of imagined as an illustration piece, something that might look good in a blog post about writing or something like that. Hey, so those are my tips on doing close-up and still life photography using little objects around the house and just a basic flash. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Click the like button below. If you haven't already, go ahead and click subscribe. Leave me a comment. That's about all I got for you today. I'll see you next time.